Okay, I'm going to go over the whole repeats idea at the end of this video after demonstrating the new thing here. So I'd like to try two rhythms this week at the same time. So we got this top line here is one rhythm, second line is the other. So top line we got the 2/8 notes, quarter note, 2/8 notes, quarter note. Second line we got 1 quarter note, 2/8 notes, 1 quarter note, 2/8 notes. So top line into the bottom line, the rhythm is 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, done. Here we go. 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 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 done. 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 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 done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm gonna use all that text at the top here. We're gonna go through that and try and explain it all better. Okay. That is cut. Yes, all right, there we go. So yeah, without the repeat, you're gonna spend the 15 minutes working it up as fast as you can. So, and there's also something over here, down here, that says if you feel you've maxed out in less than 15 minutes time, whoops. If you feel you've maxed out in less than 15 minutes time, then you decrease the metronome and start adding in those repeats. So. Basically got two things you're shooting for here. One is you go as fast as you can or keep going as fast as you can for 15 minutes. Once that 15-minute mark is hit, get one more good take. So let's say you're working on 200 beats per minute and the 15-minute timer hits. Get that 200 beats per minute. Unless you need to slow it down to get one more good take, then do that. So whatever that last speed is you get once the 15 minutes hits, that's the speed you're going to start adding in your repeats. So let's say 15 minutes hits, you get the 200 beats per minute, awesome. Stay at that speed. And then yes, try getting the whole thing played twice at 200. Once you can do that, go for the 3 times. Once you can do that, go for the 4 times. If you cannot hit the repeats at whatever speed you ended up at, then you start decreasing the metronome until you get it, whatever it is. So like maybe you get the 2 times through at the 200, but you can't get it 3 times, so then drop it down to 190 and try it again to make sure we're not spending too much time trying to hit whatever speed you're at, this is my thing. You got 3 solid attempts at getting whatever the repetition is. So let's say like you just goof up as soon as you get here, like it's a mistake almost right away. I wouldn't count that as a good take. I would say a good attempt. I would say a good attempt is you're making it through, you've made it through once, you're like on the second repetition and then you goof it up. Or even like the third repetition and you goof it up. Like make some headway with it before you say that's one good attempt. So just goofing up in the first, second, third bar, like, yeah, that's not far enough in for it to be a good attempt. That doesn't count. Make it through at least once to consider that a good account or a good attempt. Good attempt. So anyway, after 3 good, solid attempts at whatever speed you're working on to get those repeats in, if you can't get it in 3, drop it down 10. Drop it down 10 beats per minute and try it again. Sometimes people will spend, 5, 10, 15, 20 attempts at the same thing, and then they finally get it, but, then you're just wearing yourself out mentally, and it's not doing any good. So, the other thing is, again, if you feel you maxed out in less than 15 minutes, so let's say you hit 220 after 13, 14 minutes of work, and that 220 was a struggle. That was a struggle. It took you like 1 or 2 minutes of really busting your butt to get that 220. You are not going to add in the repeats there. That's why we got it saying, if you feel you have maxed out in less than 15 minutes time, decrease the metronome by 10 or 20 beats per minute and add in those repeats. So, if you maxed out at 220 and you didn't go all the way to 15 minutes, that's fine. Basically, the 15 minutes thing is there to make sure you're not spending 20, 30, 40 minutes going as fast as you can and wearing yourself out mentally doing this stuff. 15 minutes to get this thing as fast as you can is fine. If you're very efficient with how you're practicing, you can absolutely max out in less than that. It's just a matter of, like, as soon as you're done, just go up 5 and then hit it right away. So no taking breaks in between anything. Just go straight on through. Anyway. So yeah, if you max out in less than the 15 minutes, say again 220, you really struggle to get that 220, well then you're going to drop it down. Once you get that thing, you drop it down 10 and then start adding in the repeats. Because if 220 was a true max, you cannot do a repetition. Again, if 220 beats per minute was a true max, it will be impossible to do a repetition at that same speed. There's no way. I look at it as doing a 1 rep max in the gym. If 500 pounds is your 1 rep deadlift, it is physically impossible to do it twice. So if this 220 is your max speed, it will be physically and mentally impossible to do it twice at that speed. So that's what I mean by a max. Like, there's no way in hell you're going to get 2 times through, let alone 3 or 4. So, I hope that clears it up. So, as always, any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in your next video.